Hi guys, it's Matt here at m-vapes. Today we're going to be doing a quick build on the new Moradin RTA by icloudcig. Previous video to this I just had a quick look through some of its features, but today we're going to put a build in so I can show you sort of those features in action. We'll just have a quick look again at the Atomizer. This is brand new out from icloudcig and it's their own design. We'll start at the top where it has quite a wide bore sort of Delrin plastic drip tip. You can't swap that out for your own one, but the reason for that is because it unscrews and that reveals the top fill, which the two holes there are for putting your e-liquid down into the tank to fill up, and they are absolutely massive holes, so you shouldn't have any problems filling up with pretty much every type of bottle out there. Down the bottom end we have solid copper 510 pin and the various logos and marks on the bottom there. It is a 22mm diameter atomizer, but it has this airflow ring which is actually 23mm at the widest point, but the nailed section here, this is 22mm, so it will sit flush on all 22mm tube mods and things like that. The airflow, two very large slots either side, and you can turn to close off. You can close it all the way off. You can have it fully open or anywhere in between. Now this atomizer also has adjustable juice flow control. Unlike a conventional atomizer where you turn something up here and it would wind the chimney up and down, it's done through the airflow control ring, and you slide that airflow control ring up, and that's juice flow control closed off, and you slide it down and you can open it and do sort of anywhere in between. As I pointed out on my other video, you will notice that when you actually push the airflow ring up to close off the juice flow control, it actually closes off the airflow control, and that is basically because icloudcig have realised that there is a relation between the two. I'll quickly summarise it. If you're building really low ohms, 0.2, 0.3 ohms, and you're doing, usually with that you'll be doing direct lung inhalers, low milligram nicotine juice, you want lots and lots of airflow and quite a bit of juice flow control. So you're going to have this ring down, so you're going to have your airflow open, or you can turn it left and right, set it where you like, and you're going to have maximum juice flow control. If you are setting the atomizer up for, say, a higher ohm build, like 1 ohm, 1.5 ohm, something like that, and you will tend to do mouth to lung inhales for that sort of setup. That sort of setup requires a lot less airflow and a lot less juice flow. So you can obviously move the airflow ring up, and you can set it sort of pretty much wherever you like. A previous build I did was mouth to lung, and I had it set about there. So as you can see, there's a tiny little juice flow gap, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, there is a tiny little slot just still existing there for the airflow, and that was perfect. If you have it completely shut off, you can actually still do a mouth to lung inhale on that. There is still, it's tight, but there is still enough airflow, and then that way you've got very, very low juice flow control. But you'll find a setting that works, best for you. It is going to be something that takes a little bit of getting used to because it's so different from everything else out there, but from my experience, the setups that I've tried so far, it works quite well. I think also you can sort of fine tune it a bit by the amount of actual cotton that you tuck down into the juice flow channels. If you pack it quite tightly, obviously that's going to sort of slightly restrict the juice flow, and if you have it a little bit looser, then it's going to flow through and up to the coils a bit quicker. So you can, put a build in that sort of, once you've played around with it a little bit, that works, best for you. is a standard 2-post sort of velocity style deck, and you can see these 2 channels here are what link through to your airflow, and these 1, 2, 3, 4 bits here are where the wicks go, and they are the juice flow channels there. So let's go ahead and put a build in one. I'm going to do it on my one. I've got the 5mm version. That was the 3mm version. I've cheated. I've already put the coils in, as you can see. Let me just get some better focus for you there. There we go. Just use some standard cant fill, and that's coming out about 0.3 ohms. And I've decided to go for a spaced coil today, just because the posts are quite wide apart and I couldn't be bothered to do fancy bends and things. So we're going to show you how to get some wick in these. So we just take our cotton, we're going to twist the end up. Poke it through the old coils. We do the same the other side. There we go. I'm just going to trim off these 2 like so. And what we need to do is, where they line up, you've got a gap in the ceramic deck there. Don't know if you can see that now the cotton's in. And that's where you're going to poke the wick down. I'll put the screwdriver down there. You see it comes out by that slot there. So we need to trim it sort of to a length that lines up with that. And I'm going to take about that much off. Like so. There we go. Now we can prime up the wicks. They'll be on the other sides as well. Don't go crazy priming up your wicks at this stage, because when you poke them through the slots, or poke them into the slots, they'll tighten up and squeeze juice everywhere if you're not careful. So what I do is I just lift them up and in, and then use the screwdriver to poke it down into the little slot, and there you'll see it comes through. You can see it poking there. So just repeat that for each one. And the last one. Now, something I will point out quickly is, when you build your coils in this, make sure that they sit quite low down, like almost resting across the ceramic airflow channels there, because if you have them high up, you see inside this chamber, you've got this ceramic inner chimney section, and that's held in place with this spring circlip here. If your coils are too high on your post, then there's a chance they will collide with that. Also make sure that they're not exceptionally wide. Don't make them any wider than this base. Give it, you know, a little bit of clearance there. It's trial and error, but you'll see what I mean when you get one. So right now they're in there, we'll just prime them up a little bit more. And what I like to do is just check actually in those slots. Just sort of position the cotton around a little bit, make sure it sort of fills up those slots. Double check our ohms again, 0.33, so it's good, nothing's moved. We'll take our top section, I'll take it off this now. Oops, daisy. Okay, top section screwed on. So now we'll close off our juice flow. Open up the top fill by taking the drip tip off. You see I've got one of these 100ml bottles of juice which has got quite a big nozzle on, but as you can see, no problem whatsoever dumping a load of juice in there. There we go, look at that. 5ml filled in less than a second. Nice and easy, that's the way it should be. Right, screw your drip tip back on. And what I do is I'll turn it upside down, just let some of that juice run down, and then open up your airflow. You will see some bubbles come out, and turn it back up the right way. So I'm going to have this on maximum airflow and maximum juice flow. And let's put this up a little bit. .45 watts, that'll do. Let's move this white background out of the way. Let's have a vape. Very nice indeed. I actually prefer that as a direct lung atomizer using it than the mouth to lung. I think it's slightly more suited to that. I'm going to play around again with the higher ohm coils and the mouth to lung setup, because I did just sort of rush a build in there when I first got it. But this is certainly very nice. Absolutely stunning flavour coming out of this. I'm using the Isle of Custard's Galley Maid's Breakfast, and I mean it's a lovely juice anyway, but that's certainly very good out of this. It's not a warm vape, but it's certainly not a cool vape. It's got a little bit of warmth to it, which is quite nice. So there we go. That is the new Moradin by icloudcig. We've got these listed for sale now. I think they're $24.95. So pop along to m-vapes and take a look. Hope this has helped. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.